I hear the echoes of victory in field one before time. When battle draws so near, you will feel the same in war. Below is the battle, below one before. The memory stays ever so bitter. Below is the battle, below one before. The memory stays ever so bitter. Below is the battle, below one before. The memory stays ever so bitter. Below is the battle, below one before. The memory stays ever so bitter. I hear the echoes of victory in field one before time. When battle draws so near, you will feel the same in war. Below is the battle, below one before. The memory stays ever so bitter. Below is the battle, below one before. The memory stays ever so bitter. Below is the battle, below one before. The memory stays ever so bitter. Below is the battle, below one before. The memory stays ever so bitter. Below is the battle, below one before. The memory stays ever so bitter. Below is the battle, below one before. The memory stays ever so bitter.
Yeah.
Hello. Good evening.
Hello. Good. I could hear myself for a moment. There you go. Hello. Good evening, and welcome to TaleChasers on Tuesday, which is not our normal day. But hey, I feel like for the past week I've done nothing but be on days that are not my day. So I guess I'm just moving around until I find my days again and I can settle in there.
You know what?
Regardless,
Sounds like a plan.
today Tuesday is our day, and I am Amber, your host for this evening. And these are my city below farers, belowers, delvers, mole men.
Morgen!
My mole men.
Yes.
So, before we catch up on the mole men, this session, which we are playing now, will be uploaded, I guess, this Thursday, not next Thursday.
Yep.
Because we are playing next week. So I guess it's going to be a short time between then. Friday, there will be Arkona's accounts as normal at 7 p.m. Central European Summertime. The VOD from last week is currently airing.
Yeah.
It's Tuesday. It's currently airing. So you can watch that later after this. Not now. Tomorrow, maybe, when you're at work. Anyway, and there will also be a session of Calamica, but not on Saturday this week, but on Sunday instead. And that's all I have to say. So please listen to this jingle as I wait for Gabe to come back so we can give a recap of what happened the last time we played, which is kind of important because someone was not there.
That someone was me.
Please help me sing a jingle, guys. Like, this is kind of hard by myself. Just...
Gibbity boop 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 boppity. No, that's. Let's not get a copyright strike.
I'll be
That-
more inaccurate. There we go. Beep, ba, 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 ba. Ba, ba, boo, boo, beep.
Beep boop
Beep,
wop
ba,
bop
ba,
bop
boo,
boop
beep.
beep.
Meow.
Oh, hey, Gabe. I'm so glad that you're back. We don't have to
And-
sing anymore. Hello.
Hi.
We're waiting for your recap, and I was just filling the time with a beautiful jingle.
Perfect.
Indeed.
Nice elevator jingle. Nice.
Please
Are
don't
we
strike
live?
us. We are indeed live.
Oh,
We have been live
hi.
for some time.
That's great.
Say hi to the class.
Hi. Hi. Hi.
Oh,
Okay. What happened last session? Yeah. Okay. Recap. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So, last we left off to our below dwellers. We had finally defeated, I guess, for this time, proper time, the ghoul caller necromancer had a little bit of a long rest and decided to move on our way. We crossed the northwestern side of the city, passing by what seemed to have been a large graveyard, now completely devoid of any gravestone. Pretty concerning, but not unexpected. And pressed onwards. When crossing the threshold that separates the slums, or I guess the lower part of the city with the rest of it, we stumbled upon an undead merchant. We looked at its wares, did some trading, and we bought it for some pretty interesting things. The undead creature didn't really specify how much money or what kind of recompense he wanted for each of its wares, but everyone attempted to pay the price that they believed was just, more or less. Hund bought a spinning top with some funny faces carved on its sides and gave to the man 10 gold pieces and a set of cards that was made for him a long time ago. I believe Dolrim bought a dagger made from the horn of a bloodletter, a demon of blood and frenzy that sometimes appears on the battlefield when things get a little bit too gory. And I think we also found an embalmed rat, if I'm correct.
There's a wax encased rat named Rupert.
Waxing case rat, Rupert, my best boy Rupert. Did we buy anything else? I don't believe we bought anything else, didn't we?
We got.
Yeah, I'm not sure there's much else that we bought.
No, there was a mummified goblin hand with dice. That
Oh, the goblin head, yeah. There was a
goblin
head.
hand.
Hand, yeah, hand. Of
I
course.
got my sweet
The
rat.
hot head is still attached to Overus's torso.
That's true.
Jesus Christ.
I got myself my my wax rat.
Yeah, you're Rupert.
Rupert.
And after trading some things with merchant and giving back some wares to sell, we pressed onwards to find the house where Erin's family once lived, so to speak. To our great disappointment, though, there was no one to be found. Just a letter that seemed to be written in a pretty much hurry, the longer you kept reading it, that explained how the dwellers of that home had moved out, either because of danger or a looming threat we did not know. Instead, they allowed whoever would read such letter to enjoy themselves in this shop and take whatever they needed. And so we did. We scavenged some alchemical concoctions between a potion of vitality and some other interesting consumables, like I believe a filter of love or something like that.
Yeah.
pretty
That was in there
concerning
too.
since he ended in the hands of the chaotic, strongest wizard ever, Overs. But we'll see what happens to that one. After scavenging these supplies, we grabbed a few more mundane items and went on our way to the rest of the northwestern city. We walked and reached what seemed to be the back entrance of this grandiose underground complexity of houses and homes. And it seemed to be that secret entrance that led to the surface that Aaron has talked about before. We were interested in how far it could lead and if it was really our way to escape from this place. But our quest was not over yet, so we decided to press onwards instead of fleeting, and we went through what seemed to be heavy gates, or some sort of fortification in the middle of the city. As we pushed open the heavy wooden doors, something peculiar happened. We turned around to look at Carmichael, and one of his eyes was replaced by a crystalline gem. And quickly a wave of fear washed over the entire group. But luckily, Mr. Moon was there. The man, the legend himself, immune to any fear effects. He did not even flinch, and thus the party did not start beating the hell out of each other because of the what spell was it?
Enemies abound.
Enemies Abound. Because of the Enemies Abound spell casted from Carmichael's eye. There was a bit of an interpretation though when Mund tried to manhandle Carmichael's eye and see if it was really an illusion or not, prompting the rogue to shoot him in the chin, at which he flinched very little. And after resolving the situation with more words than just a few grunts, everyone decided to continue on and ignore the fact that Carmichael now has a nice illusory eye that makes him a little bit more flamboyant, but perhaps also a ticking time bomb. But now we don't. We might be subjected to spells every 5 minutes, but we might not even know it. Who knows?
It's also worth noting that Olvras, the magnificent master of illusory magic, looked it over and confirmed that yes, this is illusory magic. And when we asked him if he could do anything about it, he simply said, no.
An illusion magic beyond the capabilities of the strongest illusion wizard on the entirety of Arkhona. Pretty
I want to say
concerning.
that he didn't even ask me, he just decided he could not do anything about it.
No,
Exactly.
well, if Overus decides something, it happens. That's how the world
This is
works.
just how it is.
Strong
Yeah.
Yeah. It's his illusions are so strong that whatever he believes becomes reality. And so we decided to press on instead. Right when we arrived in front of the library, Dolrim had a nice divine intervention moment where he was contacted by his deity, the Maker, I believe.
Nani?
And
Whoa.
more specifically
Whoa,
by
it's not the
his
Maker.
messengers. No, the Smith.
Yeah, it's Verndari.
Verndari, there you go.
I
Verndari.
was say, Maker, isn't the Maker's whole thing the fact that it doesn't talk to people?
None of the gods talk to people because they're all dead. That's
Yeah.
that's the thing of all the gods. But apparently, our
Wait, is
This-
this?
Yeah.
Is our current timeline? I know our main group is like the gods aren't around, but like, are we in the timeline where the gods are around still? Are we in the
no.
part of history?
I mean, depends. I mean, we're like 200 years in the past, but
Almost.
almost 200 years in the past.
I don't think
The gods are considered
around.
silent. They were already
Yeah.
considered silent at the time. They were considered silent at the time of the
Warlords?
old gods were considered silent at the time of the era of expansion.
Oh yeah, okay. And it ended with the warlords. Okay, that's interesting. It's a little bit of trivia I didn't realize, but so to everyone's surprise, but to Dolrim's most of all, the blacksmith contacted him through his divinatory angels and allowed him to ask one question, which I believe was about the nature of the creature that leads this invasion in the city of undeath. Whatever lives in the temple in the middle of the
Yeah.
city. And to that, even the angels of the blacksmith himself could not answer very well, for the creature did not tread under the divine sun that this deity represents in some cultures for hundreds of years. And so they were not very able to describe to the best of their abilities what this creature could be. They gave some cryptic answer, like divine messengers always do, and went on their way as everyone else simply stood around over him, watching him have this almost epileptic attack as they could not see anything of this. And
Divine epiphany.
some of the people believe, thinking that maybe the weight of the journey must have been weighing down Doran's shoulders, and perhaps he was getting exhausted. But that is remain to be seen, as instead they had another mission at the moment, and that was exploring the library and finding answers to the questions that they had. And so, by walking in, Carmichael already began his roguish shenanigans, looking around into shelves, into places to find secrets that only he could reveal. But our misadventure in the library was cut very short, as a question was prompted by an unspotted individual who asked, "How do you know if you really exist?" And as the party turned their eyes around, there stood a giant sphinx at the end of a hallway. I believe, yeah. That is where we left the session, with this mystical creature that appeared out of nowhere asking us some philosophical things that 2,000 years of, even more 2,000 years of philosophers never managed to answer. And now we've got to do it.
Mhm.
Oh,
Actually,
no.
you find her very near to the restricted area of the library.
He came out of there just to fucking bother us.
Hell yes. Let's see. There are these smokeless white flames which flicker coldly, illuminating rows upon rows of scroll tube slender volumes and voluminous leather-bound tomes. And they also illuminate this individual in a large chair, richly upholstered, sits a giant sphinx. They stretch out languishingly, and each of their large nails pops out of their foot pad for just a moment, as though they were just a large cat stretching out in the sun. And I ask you once more, how do you know you exist? They purr.
Kitty. Oh. The first thing that Moon will do is assess surroundings. His military training will kick in. It's like, are we surrounded? Are there more people? Unseen rogues hiding beneath the bushes? I'm gonna try and make a perception check to see if this sphinx is really alone or if there's something else going on around us right now.
Sure.
Skibbity bee, papa beep beep poo. For a huge 17.
Shush.
You can see that the settee, the chair that the giant sphinx lays in, is not just richly upholstered. There's actually a very beautifully woven carpet that is draped across it that she is laying upon, but it appears as though the carpet itself is moving. Like every now and again, you see the little tassels at the end twitch, and you see the ends like curling around.
Flying carpet. I love those.
We must take the carpet.
Yeah, you gotta respond to the Sphinx. She'll give you the carpet bet.
Okay, so we answer the age-old question. We get a free carpet. Sounds like a good deal.
What do you mean by that? Yep, Mund will be busy for a few moments, prying around the room, trying to act least suspicious possible as he does so.
Dragomir tilts his head at the cat-like creature. Do we all know what this is?
Good
You
question.
may make me. Sure, you can make me a check.
Are we all allowed
History?
to do this? Or just one of us?
You're level 10, like, you know, at this
11.
point.
Whoa.
Yeah, you're level 11, that's even worse.
Alright.
What do you mean by that?
Okay.
Yep,
Alright.
group history check, guys.
Yes.
I'll make a
You mean
history
by
check.
that? Am I a historian? Am I somewhat of a historian myself? Nope.
Got
Nice, we're all level
proficiency, so why
11.
not?
Like, it's so bad.
Oh.
Oh, there you
I don't see the rules again.
I'll do a
Alright.
roll.
Carmichael's like, yeah, I know all these things.
go. Yeah, you
Hey,
don't
I
want
read
to
a
got
book once after I stole
Yeah.
it.
Listen, I'm a rogue. I snoop around for information and trinkets and baubles. It is what it is.
It is what it is. Dalrim and Carmichael, you know what a Gina Sphinx is. You might have never seen one, for these elusive creatures rarely show themselves to people, but they are known to be knowledgeable creatures that do not only represent knowledge and a wealth of information, but they also supposedly hoard lore and knowledge.
Seems to make
They
sense
seem
why
to
it's
also
here.
be quite fond of things like riddles.
What about balls of yarn?
Not so much.
Oh man.
Standing at a solid 10 feet, like 10 feet long and weighing an average of about 800 pounds is not a cat that you want to play with.
Really?
Yeah, that's fair.
That just sounds like a challenge.
I think, yeah, I was about to say, it sounds like a challenge more than anything else.
Also, I didn't see my roll, so I have no idea what I rolled. Let's reload real
Yeah.
quick.
Not 20.
I had to read
Oh!
as well.
That's a good way.
28.
Oh, that's a good way to start. I'll take
Yeah,
it.
it is. Very nice. You
Nice.
can tell you're full cliff certified.
Truly, truly forklift certified.
Now, even though I have no idea what this creature is in character, Dragomir, I think he will take it as a challenge. Also, he likes this creature's, I want to say, noble bearing.
And it's an extremely regal creature.
They are clearly not baseborn, you know.
That's true.
Evidently, that they could
one
never
of my
be.
kin.
Could never be a baseborn, this one.
How?
Only the finest Morensian silk.
Ooh.
Oh, okay, yes. What's the lighting like around us?
It is still a bright white, a bright white continual flame light.
Where is the continual flame, or is there multiple continual flames?
They hang from chandeliers all around the library.
Okay. Dragomir, yeah, he looks at the creature and he tilts his head and he says, "How do we know we exist?" Well, now isn't that a question that has plagued so many philosophers' thoughts?
Do you expect a genuine answer? Was there some other nefarious purpose here, creature?
I certainly do not expect a question back, if that is what you are trying to ask.
Fine. Consider yourself humored.
Good thing they said that, because I was going to answer them with a question. I was definitely not going to be like, oh, how do we know that we're not?
To me, existence is not a mere concept to be pondered in the abstract. It's a visceral and undeniable reality that is shaped by our own experiences. And he gestures towards the continual flame lights, finds it like unappealing, and manifests fire in his hand. His hand kind of like almost burns up as he does so it looks almost like a skeletal hand that is like kind of like someone that goes sort of slowly dims back down to like normal flesh as you follow his arm. Like somebody's dropped the opacity slightly. See these dancing flames here. They signify the moments of our lives, this inferior flickers of existence. We are defined by it, by the choices we've made and the paths we've tread, the impact we have left on the world. He kind of heightens his fist and he lets the flames grow larger or with it and like almost kind of consume up the side of his arm as he kind of like almost leers forward if he could for maybe not the tallest man there is in the room right now. Through our actions, we manifest our existence. In our triumphs, we find validation, and in our failures, we confront the harsh reality of our own mortality. Because life is a tapestry. It is woven from moments of pleasure and pain and power. On the last one, the flames kind of veer upwards. It is through these grand experiences that we know we are alive, and it is the undeniable proof of our being. And I know this to be true, and that is how I know I am. For I have stepped beyond the abyss. I have let its cold embrace wrap around me, and I have rejected it. And with that fire, with that strength, that desire for life, I have broken the bond of death upon me, and stand here today, my spirit unwavering to defy the relentless march of time. And then he'll kind of almost like splash his hand down on the ground, extinguishing the large blue flames that lick the shadows away.
The Sphinx leans back into the chair, shimmering with an almost unnaturally radiant majesty. Her tail flicks left and right, and her wide blue eyes shimmer. But reality. How do you define reality?
Hund's fucking eyebrow raises up. It's like, what? His eyes.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
No, don't worry. His eyes basically just move to the Baron, sort of almost expectingly waiting for an answer from him.
Crack my knuckles.
But I beat this fucker.
Let's fucking go. I say,
Come on,
pulling out my character sheet. Serious business. I gotta.
all the
I
18,
have-
all the 18 int homies standing around the Baron as he's explaining the nature of reality.
Well, the Baron's had a long time to think about life.
He has had a long time.
And I have to.
Don't worry, so is she.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. But I need to. What's the word? Measure my response to be more Baron and less me. The Baron replies, I would say quickly. Almost like lunging on the next challenge. Say, reality is what I make it to be naturally, with my power, with the mark I have made on this world. I care not about the reality of others, only about what I see with my eyes and my senses and my mind. That is my reality. You could show me an illusion, and would still be my reality.
He leans forward almost predatorily.
The Baron responds in kind.
Do you believe that others around you are real? Do other beings truly exist? And how would you know if they do?
The Baron stops and ponders that one over for maybe a little longer. Others exist. Or do they? Perhaps only I exist, and those around me simply exist because I will them to. Or perhaps it is that they all exist in their own realities, and when their realities intersect with my own reality, that is when I know that they exist, because they affect my reality, sometimes in ways that I cannot truly influence or touch, but ultimately have sway over. For it is my reality. I can turn myself and my inner eye inward to ignore the thunderstorm outside, and it will be like the thunderstorm was never there the next morning, except for the wet and the mud. But still I can shield myself further, recluse myself deeper and deeper in other places. A tree can fall in my domain, and I will never know until I go to collect wood one day. Others are real because I say they are real, and I allow them to be real. And I accept their realities as extensions of my own. To conclude,
Well, that's very thoughtful, Baron. Thank you for including us into your reality.
you are most welcome.
I'm gonna stop blazing up. Is there a comfy chair?
Yeah, the one that the giant sphinx is sitting in.
Fuck! I
Shitting.
want your chair, bitch.
Shitting you.
You're gonna defeat her in the colloquialism fight.
Hund, would you fetch me a chair from over there? I'm afraid my weary bones do not allow me to reach so far over and still converse with
DM.
this wanderer.
I look for a chair with my perception check. Is there a chair?
Yeah, there are some chairs around, some places where you could sit. None of them look as comfortable as the one that the giant sphinx sits on, though.
Of course. Yeah, Owen is going to silently grab one of the chairs, plop them down, not too close to the Sphinx, but in front of it.
Perhaps your end is near. The giant sphinx, like, almost like purrs.
Did she say your
Tell
end
me.
is...
Yeah, perhaps your end is near then.
Oh, okay.
Tell me. What is the herald of death?
The Herald of Death, she said, right?
Mm-hmm.
One with a gauntleted hand still on the back of the chair kind of looks up at the giant Sphinx. This time his brow scrunches up a little bit. It will be easy to say that a herald is the one who brings the wood for the lord and the master. A herald of death is something I've witnessed many times across the battlefield. Not with my own eyes, no, but I could see it in the eyes of the people around me who bled out, their guts laying against the floor, in the dirt and in the soot. There might be creatures that call themselves that, but there is nothing that can compare to true death itself. And its herald can be an arrow tip, can be the point of a sword, can be the head of a hammer or the spell of a mage. Anything can be a herald of death. And you will know, once you stare death right in its eyes, you will hear the voice of its messenger, and you will know that your time has come.
She like kind of turns her large paw like over, and she like flicks it, like almost like spreading the palm wide, letting those like claws pop out again before studying each gleaming black one. That answer was wrong, I'm afraid.
Then the answer is time.
Does time allow you to see death coming? Can you see the arrow, the sword, the poison? Were it not for light.
Scratches his chin.
By that extension, light is the herald of all things, then. However,
Correct. The suns are the source of all life and the heralds of death and the ultimate destroyers. My lord may be eternal upon earth, but even he must accept the supremacy of the suns. Just as they bring forth the energy for life, that energy will one day be returned to it, and even his soul is sealed upon their surface.
Dalrim, who's been mostly silent as he's still thinking about things from previously. He like, I guess, perks up at this and he's like, You could say that even things that may seem indestructible can be undone in the heat of a star, then, eh?
Of course I knew that.
Hmm.
And by extension, you.
He nods.
I don't think I agree with your previous statement about light being the herald of death. An infant child with no eyes, yet formed in its head, that perishes before it can be born. Its herald is an undeniable feeling. It is not light. For example, you can be killed in utter darkness as well.
Do you see death coming in utter darkness?
You do not. Normally, you do feel the dagger as it strikes you in pitch dark. You do hear the sound of the arrow whistle through the night air before it strikes you. And you do feel the warmth leave your body as you bleed out in the dirt, wherever that may be.
How do you
Hard.
know that that which you perceive is not merely a clever deception?
You could say the same thing for light.
I have felt the warmth of the suns. And I know that which is. And I know that none of you are. How can you know anything at all?
You will not accept that we know anything at all, then there is no point speaking with us about anything at all.
I get so
Nor does
awfully
my
bored down
answer
here.
paint any point of value to you.
I seek relentlessly for the day that I find another person that exists.
One's brows kind of furrows a little bit. Doubt is not what you seek. If that is not a sign of existence, that what tells you that a person exists. Let me turn your question back around to you. What lets you know that you exist?
Her blue eyes turn to you. I believe I was very clear when I said we were not going to ask any questions. I ask the questions.
His brow furrows a bit more. Well then, what is the next questions you have to ask?
That's a question, Hund.
He thinks about it.
You see the big cat's tail like flicking around in annoyance.
He rubs his chin. My apologies.
Amber, I'm blazing up that Ethereum, I hope you know.
Hitting that joint.
I see again. Hitting the joint again. Did you even get cured for the last time you had it? Like,
Yeah,
lovely. Alright.
I just smoked my cigar afterwards.
The giant sphinx yawns. What is it that you do in this place? What do you seek?
Hund looks around a bit, through the shelves, through the scrolls, and he looks back at the giant sphinx and says, "We seek knowledge. Knowledge of any kind. Answers for our questions."
I take another hit.
Mhm.
You know what I seek. You shouldn't need to ask that question. Statement, not a question.
Mhm.
Mm-mm.
But if I must spell it out, we are here looking for ways that I may enhance the tapestry of life, so we might live for further passions, pains, and pleasures evermore. We are here looking for power. In its many forms.
Aye. Knowledge itself is power as well.
Hmm. Of course. How inspiring.
Dalrim is like raises an eyebrow and like, well, I don't know about inspiring. We are in a library after all, but yes, knowledge about this city, how it came to be, who took it over not so long ago, and those kinds of things would prove quite useful.
Why would you need that information?
Because it's quite intriguing.
Is it?
Aye, a city deep below the ground that no one really knew about.
I suppose it is hard to uncover truths without light.
Aye. And while there is some light here, it's quite possibly not the right kind of light.
Please do not let me stop you. She purrs in this bored tone.
Oh,
Do not mind us weary travelers, simply entertaining a bored fellow traveler.
This is my home now. I travel.
I wonder what customs exist in such a home. Not a question?
Good etiquette and manners,
Hmm.
for starters.
One scratches his chin. He realizes something. It's true. We have intruded on someone's house without even presenting our name. He does some sort of half bow to the giant sphinx, and he says, Captain Morgen Hund, 7th Division of Ostoyan Army. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Dalrim also realizing now after Hund has done this, he will also give a bit of a bow and introduces himself as Dalrim Brittleaxe, a an old creator and craftsman.
He introduce himself as an old creator?
Actually, he's not that old, I guess.
You're really not that old, and she
Yeah.
will definitely point that out if you say that you're old.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, she.
Yeah, she said she
She can tell your age by
multiple
just looking at
times.
you. It's like, you're about
Age sense.
But
102 days.
no, he won't say old. Yeah, just as a creator and craftsman.
She turns to you, Captain Hund. That name does not suit you.
Ooh.
He frowns. I would not be surprised. What make... He scratches his chin a little bit.
You see the eyebrows raise.
It looks back up.
About to get, like he's trying to get looking
This
at where
man
he can
who
get, like,
never
a
went
stick
to
like,
school
hit
be
you.
like, He looks back up. I'm open to more suggestions then. You seem to be quite knowledgeable about these things.
All in due time.
Of course. It would be an honor to know yours as well. After all, I'd like to know who I'm speaking with.
Does the Sphinx look like it's gonna respond?
Yeah, why?
Okay. So it might be one of those snooty ones that just give like you a knowing smile, and it's like bastard.
You tread in the home of Ixumat.
He nods. Once more, a pleasure to meet you.
Ixumat.
You
Amber.
just hear from behind.
Mhm.
How do you spell that?
I banish this man. I cast
Mon
banishment
looks
on
to the
him.
side and down at Carmichael. I believe that is a question. I'm sure we're still not allowed to ask.
You'll see me like pop out. You don't mind if I ask a question, do you?
That is also a question.
Well,
Stop
Try me.
asking them. Wow.
I
Now
I
they're
seem to have asked two.
Perhaps we
That's-
shouldn't go for a third, right, Carmichael? Perhaps we should just speculate.
Kind of a smile comes across my face. I don't know. I'm kind of tempted.
Right, Carmichael.
I look at Ixamoth, just smiling.
Do not try this fucking Sphinx. Do not.
What's
Try
what's the
this
look on the
fucking-
Sphinx's face? Like, what's the vibe I'm getting after asking these questions?
Insight.
Oh yeah. I hope we get a nat one, and I'm like, yeah, no, it's all good. And then I'm definitely gonna ask another question.
He looks at you.
Okay.
They don't look impressed with you at all.
Oh my god.
Okay, I see. I've
I don't even
offended.
think you're funny.
You feel like God let the hand land on your shoulder.
Dragomir's eyes burn into you.
I'm just more focused on the Sphinx. Oh,
Wow.
we're doing the
You have disadvantage
introductions.
on this even. You have disadvantage on this check.
Oh damn!
Oh yeah.
Oh damn!
Huh?
Janus Fangs with a plus 15 passive deception and disadvantage on inside checks against her.
Okay, let's go. Nat one, come on.
Can you not call it? Oh, it was almost a nat one though.
That would have been nice.
He's
I
working
def-
down to it. He's working down to
I'm
it.
just saying, if it wasn't that one, I would have asked another question. I want you
I'm
to
glad
know.
you did it. Glad you did it, bro.
So
Still in.
you sense some vibes.
Bad vibes. Bad vibes.
But like they have a cat face. Like what the hell does that even mean?
I'm just staring very intently at them. Like,
You don't have the best feeling about it, but like they're kind of hard to read.
Okay, look at the ears. Are they like flat? If that's okay, if that's the case, then probably don't do it.
How does the tail look? Is it like how a cat says when it's kind of angry? Is it up?
It's like
And the-
flicking about, but like, does that mean that they're happy or something? Like,
No, I don't know with a cat. All I know is usually a cat's a little miffed. Its tail tends to be up.
I don't know what you mean.
So-
My cat waggles its tail when it's happy.
No, I mean, it's kind of prime time to ask the question. Yes.
Yeah. You feel a hand pulling you back.
Oh,
Pretty
we were
heavy
doing
hand.
introductions, weren't we? Carmichael. You said we're allowed to walk around and wander. Alright. Sure. And I'll just move away from everyone and just have a look around.
There's like the tiniest hint of disappointment on the Hund's face as he face palms interiorly. And then he looks back to the giant sphinx, closes his eyes, nods one time. He says, I apologize for the disrespect of my subordinates. Some of them might be quite unruly sometimes.
Stuff in the distance. What are you apologizing for?
His eyes turn to the side. His body is still like a statue.
I will distract the Sphinx by
Did I do
introducing myself.
something wrong, Con?
Please go, Dragomir, please.
I am Baron
Dragomir Britanniu of Ostoya.
Jano swings towards to you. The least nonsensical thus far.
I'm Ovrans the Magnificent. And this is John.
Oh my god, a cut, and then a
John
dog.
sits down.
Dragomir doesn't even look at the goblin.
John sits
No.
down. Woof.
There is no
No,
indication.
John, I told you not to ask questions.
Detonates.
This is where Speak with Animals comes into play, and John's just there talking to them. Intellectual to
Ages
intellectual.
John 20 years. He dies.
No,
Poor John.
No. It's fine. John's actually immortal, so he can't die from aging.
John is actually a level 20 druid. He ages 1 year every 10 once.
John's a wild-shaped druid.
Yeah, wild shape druid is the start of Termi. So high level his wild shape never runs out.
As I've grown older, I find my appetite and care for the folly of youth is limited.
They have little attention for the finer things in life. For true debates. He yawns and stretches out.
Dragomir is reclined.
Alas. What do you guys do?
I went off to just look around for books. Just anything that might seem of interest.
Okay, there's the party picking their nose.
There was a forbidden section of the library, right?
Oh, say less.
Correct.
Say less.
Forbidden?
Less.
Carmichael's ears perk up. Pops back around. What do you mean, forbidden?
One just looks at the area with forbidden books, looks at Carmichael.
There's a
Forget it.
literal, like, section that is almost, despite all of the light, cloaked in shadow and covered in runes. It's like a
Just gonna-
fenced-off area with, like, these big,
the spells get out.
cold... Yeah, it's literally with these, like, metal gates all around it, and then this, like, heavy door.
Say less. We Grinch tiptoe over to him.
Dalaran.
Rest of the party.
Aye, Baron.
Represent my interests in the party's meanderings. I shall keep our gracious host company.
Very well. I shall do so. Dollar will
Good lad.
strut off as well.
Right. One will sit down with the Baron, and he'll entertain a conversation with the Giant Sphinx with the purpose of learning more about this individual and its ties with the supposedly individual that resides in the middle of the city, in the huge temple,
Without asking any questions?
without asking any questions.
I will assist with such an endeavor. In fact, I will attempt to do my best to lead the conversation in directions of the Baron's interest. And me and Gabe will just take both our charisma scores and we'll just shove them together.
Yeah.
All right. So
There
it's
you
like
go.
it's an easy 40 charisma. All right.
Mhm.
Done.
Pretty good.
Like yes. So we'll do that. But other than simply speaking to it and getting information out of it, I will offer it as well. Not offer it because that would involve me asking if it's interested. I will simply I will give up information in return. Not like in a obviously transactional way, but I will speak of the lands up above. The lands touched by the sun.
But not anymore, are they?
All of Ostoya isn't cast in total darkness, right?
Mhm.
No, it's more like clouded sometimes as well. Just still some light.
Yeah, there's still sunlight.
I mean,
Some light.
it's not really sunlight. No, it's always dim light in Ostoya.
Yeah.
The sun never
these
truly
days as
shines
well?
up. Yes, the Darkfall happened 1 year ago. That's why you're here.
Okay, yes. Okay, yes.
It's
I'm
always
on the same
dim light
page.
and light.
I was like,
Yes.
I'm pretty sure. Like, I couldn't remember if it was like, yes, this is like a gradual darkening of the entire area, or it's just like one day everything's dark.
No, it spread pretty rapidly.
Okay.
Day or two, the entire country is now in dim light forever.
Yeah, I will talk about days past then, days before this happened. Hund will probably get some small insights into Dragomir as well.
Yeah, he'll talk instead about, well, suppose similar things since the Dark Fool hasn't been happening for a long time now. But
I was about to say, like, I didn't mean to say a year.
yeah.
I meant to say that it's been 25 years.
Well, 25 years. Okay, so it's
I
been.
think
How
it's
old is
been.
Hund?
It is currently 7:47, so it's been something like 22-ish years, 23 years.
I was
And
53 when the Darkfall happened.
he was almost a kid. So instead, he will talk about the days when the suns have disappeared. He'll let the Baron reminisce about when the sunlight still touched the country of Ostoya, and he will be an objective observer and narrator of how the country was molded by the Darkfall and the lack of the three suns in the sky, as he has been in the front lines for countless times underneath the heavy clouds and the darkness that looms over the country.
I imagine it must be pretty strange. Because the Baron describes this like youth he had and like emphasizes the light of the sun and blah 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 and whatnot. And then you're like remembering back to your youth and you can maybe remember like one sunny day
the
when you
sun
were
one
like
time when I was 4, and then nothing else anymore.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
you have a your like harrowing experience as a character is when you were like you looked up into the sky and you stared at it for too long and then you got like You started seeing spots in your eye. You're like, "Oh, son, I hate you." Ooh, and you ran home. And the next day you woke up and it was Darkfall, and I was like, "Man,
The son was like, "No, don't hate you anymore. Please come back."
a child's wish vanished."
Can't believe you did this. Cursed all of Ostoya with your vengeance against the sun.
I vengeanced too close to the sun.
Okay, what check are you guys making?
I was thinking a persuasion check, specifically to pry information by just having this conversation and attempting to walk around the whole "don't ask me any questions" kind of thing.
Yeah. I have been navigating the courts of Ostoya for my entire life.
Sure, go ahead.
I'm down.
Okay, so one
Do
each.
persuasion. We can do one each, or we can do advantage. I think we might have the same mod, so.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I just want one.
Okay, yeah.
I look at Gabe. Gabe looks at me. We don't know who has the higher mod.
I don't know. I think we
Might as well
have
for
this
me.
similar. Might as well. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Mhm.
No, you can go. He'll assist. Especially because he had a better first impression with the giant sphinx. I think it's a better idea.
Okay.
Go for it. Ooh, ooh, needed
Could have been pretty bad.
needed advantage. Okay.
Gosh, yeah. Cha-cha, real smooth.
You come to learn that this creature is quite old. That thing that looks like kind of like a cap around her head, that white stuff, that's actually her hair that's bound together.
That is so cute.
Yeah, she's got very cute hair. It is soft and silky and white.
I'll slyly
Damn.
insert it into the conversation.
I'll touch it.
Do not.
Don't rush. No, better not.
Do not touch it.
You come to learn that she only believes that she's the only person that is real. And there's also only one other person that is real in this world. And that is her
That's
master.
her master.
After a lengthy philosophical repartee that lasted almost 100 years, she concluded that she's reasonably certain that they also exist, and entered their service.
I wonder if they're like, are they also a sphinx? I don't ask, but it's just a thought I have out of
Well,
character.
just bring it out. It's like, they must also be one such as yourself, of your same kin, to be so intellectually powerful.
Hmm.
Evidently, like having a 100-year-long philosophical debate with the sphinx is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, either you're like a lich that doesn't have anything better to do than prepare their undead army and then like have philosophical debates with the Sphinx, or you're also a Sphinx.
The lich is playing like a
No in between.
4x, like a 4x civilization game, generating their army while having this fucking like debate.
It's like the league player playing like AD carry while playing chess matches in the background and switches to the other tab every 2 seconds.
Oh my god, I hate that.
Classic.
I hate that. I've seen
Lovely.
that and I hate that.
Lovely.
So do you actually say that or not?
About the Sphinx?
I guess we'll query a little bit about their master. Well, we won't ask, but we'll kind of pose questions to the air. Or sort of be like,
Non-questions,
such a way. Be like,
He must be a man of incredible prowess to be able to outlive so long any other human, and still entertain such a long debate. like compliments that lead to queries that are unspoken.
Yeah, I might turn, for example, and ask Hund a question, but like
Yeah,
kind of
course.
pose it generally to the
She will not
space, if
respond to
that makes sense.
those. She does
She
not
won't
respond
respond
to
to
them.
questions. We'll pose to Hund. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. In that case, I'll say things like, "I wonder," and curious that I'll make statements. I exist to make statements
Literally, just tell
and
us who
potentially
he is.
even accusation.
She will divulge that with magic, even the sniveling forms of humans, short-lived figments of imagination as they are, can be extended almost indefinitely.
I tell her to watch her fucking mouth.
Whoa,
No.
No, you do not.
No, you don't.
I do not.
Oh, I'm not allowed to ask 3 questions, but when it comes to fucking flaming them, no.
It's not a
Hey,
question,
yo.
so it's better.
Listen,
You know
she's
what?
not allowed to make fun of the indomitable human spirit.
Oh, you know what? I respect that. Go at it.
I'm doing it right now.
Tell her what's what.
Well, I told her what's what, and that's I exist.
Hmm.
Simple as.
Simply, it's been only been 99. You know, you did another 99 years, 8 months, and roughly 28 days to convince her. So
That's true.
It's okay, guys. We just have to make her believe that we exist, and then we can like hire her to find her master instead.
Can I slap her with mage hand if that's the case?
Please don't, please don't.
Yeah, I'm just saying, guys, if you really need to.
Physically, it's possible to do such a thing, but it's not advised to do such a thing. It's not like
That
a
makes
suggested
sense.
course of
If they,
action.
if they want to know what reality feels like, I can make them feel real
You're
too.
gonna feel a lot more reality than you think.
Poke him in the eye with mage hand.
You get bite and blasted as soon as your fucking hand comes within 30 feet.
Ah! And just get sent. But it'll be a great way
I
to
mean,
go.
if she doesn't bite and blast you, I will.
You are age 50 years, you're now 90-year-old. You have 0 years left.
That means your intelligence increases.
Choose.
You wish you now have dementia. You lose it all.
Hey, don't say the D word around Dragomir.
Poor guy.
Huh?
Okay, well. Will she ever actually release information about her master if a prompt in a non-questioning manner? Do you want us to come out with actual sentences?
you may think about that while you may think of some ways to get a little bit of information here and there
I'll take that as a yes. Okay.
while I go to the others.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Mhm.
So the forbidden section is literally straight across from her.
As I described,
Yes.
yes.
Okay. Question 1. You mentioned runes and whatnot, but does it have any other legible writing, like on the, I guess the doors or the door frames or what have you?
How close do you get to this place?
That's a good question. I don't know, like a couple of what 20 feet, something.
Okay. You see only the runes.
Okay. Hmm. I suppose I can walk. I can walk a bit closer. I'm not gonna touch anything though.
Yeah.
And
You can walk as close as you'd like.
okay, I mean, yeah, I will slowly move up, like I guess 5 feet at a time. Considering she might very well tell me to stop at
Nothing happens.
any point. Okay. All right. Can I make out anything else once I'm quite literally in front of it?
Just arcane runes and glyphs.
Oh. Damn. Okay. I will look in Olvras's direction, wherever he may be.
Just kind of chilling with John.
And he will try to gesture. Try to get his attention first and foremost.
Russell, come over to you, with John following closely behind.
And he's like, I say, Olvras the Magnificent, what do you make of these? And he will gesture towards the runes in question.
Can I make out what the runes mean?
Make me an Arcana check.
Okay.
I believe.
Ar-
The rest really is the Magnificent.
Dirty
20.
20.
That's pretty tasty.
Dirty 20. All of these are arcane glyphs of warning and warding.
Okay.
Mm.
I think these will explode. Maybe.
They
Done.
might do.
I'd really
There's
wanna
only one
touch
way
them.
to find out over us.
Do it. Touch them before I do.
I'm not touching them. They are dangerous. They will probably kill you.
Ah,
Sounds like a challenge.
that's not ideal, but I do suppose it makes sense they would be placed upon this section of the library.
Dying generally is not ideal.
No. Would like to continue with one's life for as long as possible.
What lies beyond the section glitters, though.
It sure does.
Stop saying it's tempting, lads.
I will turn around and well, I guess at this point I guess the three other people are already deep in debate.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. God damn it.
It's okay. Just look around until we're done raising up this giant sphinx.
Yeah.
Ooh. What if we can find a scroll of dispel magic to dispel this and then go in?
I think like most of us have dispel magic at this point.
Yeah, I mean,
well,
yeah.
Yeah, you guys might. I don't. Right.
Yeah.
Carmichael, why don't you have dispel magic?
Because I have Tasha's hideous laughter. Okay.
Damn, Carmichael.
I will use
Pretty
it on
good
the
reason.
Sphinx. All right.
No.
Do not tempt me.
Yeah, no, I guess we can indeed look around in the library in general until they finish up with their conversation. Because Dalrim was going to, without asking an actual question, he was going to try and figure out what one needs to do to gain entry to the forbidden section. But yes. Let's look around in the library, in the rest of the library for now, then.
Okay, what are you looking for?
Dalrim would personally be looking for books or scrolls that may contain information about this city's, I suppose, founding, as well as anything related to the weapon that he found in the armory.
Okay, I did not prepare the latter one because you did not ever send me a question.
Oh,
But that's fine. You forgot. You said you would, but you forgot.
You
I
forgot.
Wow.
You forgore. It's fine because I prepared the other thing for other people.
Wow.
You're not the only one looking for this, which is fine. It's not a big deal. Because Carmichael also asked about this.
Yeah. Woo.
Would you guys like to look together?
Of course.
Ooh.
Oh,
Two
Please
heads
keep
are
an eye on
better
him.
than
what
one.
if we held hands while
Yeah.
looking for history about this city?
Yeah, you know,
What if
out
the
of
two hated people took a stroll down Knowledge Lane together? You
Please
know?
keep an eye on him.
yeah, you know, out of character, completely fine. In character, man, I want to put a bolt shell in him. Yeah, sure.
Did he-
And do
Little
it after
old
we're
me.
done, please.
I'll keep an eye on the thief.
And you never let that damn thief out of sight.
As soon as that forbidden section's open, I'm gone. I want you to know this.
Damn.
We'll give you that heads up. That is all.
Uh-huh.
So,
Alright, make me that check.
What types of checks are we making? Investigation.
Mm-hmm.
do you want to do one separate or together?
I cannot assist
Okay.
because I don't actually have the proficiency.
It's all good. The minimum I can roll
He
is.
doesn't need it, like plus
I was gonna say
20.
the minimum I can roll is a 22. So
Yeah.
reliable talent. But it would be nice to just get like a nat 20 for a 32. You know.
So yeah, I don't know if we're making.
Yep. Oh, actually, yeah, but unfortunately, reliable talent.
You're
so,
making
yeah.
like the same check, so like to me, like at the end of the day, it doesn't
Yeah, 22.
significantly change what you're getting. The only thing is that if one of you succeeds and the other one fails, it just doesn't get the information, you know? Alright. The city! We are not gonna go with that track. We need another track.
Ooh.
Yeah, can we play the bitty instead? I prefer it over
Okay.
the city.
Let's see. All of the books in this place are old. Some of them literally crumble to dust in your hands from a lack of maintenance over the years. But ancient records of the city itself, neatly categorized in their own section, their own wing of the library, date back thousands of years. Though never a significant empire by any means, they did well for themselves. And they did well for themselves because the ground, the land itself, was considered cursed and shunned by other people. Because it is said that the land, the ground upon which you stand right in this moment, was once the site of a magic that surpassed not the 8th, not but the 10th tier of magic. And one could compare it to a magical nuclear fallout zone.
Oh, wonderful.
But
My
those that
favorite.
settled in the land did so with the intention of tapping into that energy, forging a legacy over the remains of all that was lost in the casting of this spell. Only raising a city in the age of warlords was no easy feat, as they would soon come to find that bands of raiders would travel from far and wide to attack the city, time and time again. Actually, I wrote this one. No, it's fine. We call it the Age of the Izan now, because this is no longer the Age of the Warlords. But that's all good. Raiders would travel from far and wide to attack the city built upon the cursed steps of Anosh Shirvanro, hoping to reclaim the riches of Manglik. Don't worry, Ferris, I have this all written down. And their salvation would come in the shape of a stranger with eyes like the savage moon, who could take and give life like a god, whose knowledge surpassed that of the greatest scholars, as though he had drank from the great wells themselves. The city flourished under the attention of someone they referred to as Andras from the stars.
Oh,
Oh
Hold up.
Medical
boy.
care,
Hold up.
infrastructure, and education rapidly surpassed that of neighboring nations. Various schools of magic, enhanced and perfected, spearheaded by necromancy. In fact, the necromantic arts flourished in New Manglik by the latent magic within the area. And the dead were repurposed in all walks of society and support the living, to serve. What the ultimate pursuit of the city is unknown. It is not recorded in the library, and there's little information outside of the temple playing an important part. For it was not a house of faith and worship, but rather a home and a resting place for a stranger who had knocked once upon the gates of a burning city. A stranger who was now tended to by a council of priests that formed a medium between them and the rest of the city as it began to grow and flourish. There are too many records here to pore over in a mere couple of hours or even days or weeks. But there is a point in which the city is drawn underground and remodeled. Conflict of the upper world would see this place move around perhaps the turn of the age of antiquity into the era of expansion and the rise of humankind. But even that is unclear. It also seems that most of the population is undead at this point, and the city lies largely dormant for centuries. The most recent journal entries, depicting any kind of information that could be relevant here, describe a battle, as seen on the mausoleum doors. The arrival of a new stranger and dissent among the populace. Several battles are fought, led by Andras, and won against horde of undead. But not from within the city. They come from outside. And most battles are won. Concerns regarding a conspiracy between citizens of the city and the overworld are the last entries detailed. That is what I have for you.
He's up to something.
Quite interesting. I will, yeah, I will add this to my notes. As soon as you post them, and then I shall, conspire about them.
Mr. Under Us from the Stars. What a title.
Is he also a rogue and a traitor?
Oh, whoa. Second part, I am
Whoa,
not.
whoa.
The first part, wholeheartedly, yes. I've done a betrayal yet.
No, a traitor.
Yet.
Trader.
Yeah, no,
Traitor.
I'm not one of those yet.
Cool.
I'm glad you're not a traitor. What about a traitor?
I'm not a trainer at the moment. I could be though.
Could you be the very best that no one ever was?
My wares.
Are you interested in the stock market?
Yo, Ostoya stock market.
Stolen stock trader?
Amber, are
Like-
there any dates on these? I guess if some of this was journal entries, yeah, or something. Is brain, please work. Is some of this dated?
Yeah, it's dated, but it's not dated in any measurement that you
Would
yourself
understand.
use, which is why I gave only the rough eras in which they would
Yeah.
have taken place.
Okay, that makes sense.
You know, piecing together some events with other events. Kind of like, yeah. So the age of the Eason, which is the age of Tamarok, kind of came to an end. You guys might have once read the tidbit, or maybe you don't read tidbits. Some of you just never read my tidbits. It kind of makes me sad, but that's life, you know.
Oh no.
That is people life.
Ryan, who didn't even know that you produced tidbits.
I mean, he doesn't know
No.
because he's not in this campaign.
Wrong. I'm
normally.
looking right now with Thorian tidbits.
Yeah.
I've read on your.
It is actually related to the tidbit that I wrote on the 5th of April.
1995.
No, 2022 actually.
Of April. Wait a second.
Because that
Sounds
tidbit
like-
is around this. The event described in this tidbit is about the end of the age of
Warlords.
the Eason.
Oh, Eason.
That comes after Age of Great Warlords.
Mm.
After that, we enter the Age of Antiquity. And then finally, the Era of Expansion. But hey.
Ah, yes, it's that tidbit.
Ah, there it is.
Correct. Regardless. I'm gonna go back to the other people and have a look at these questions. I've heard your master spent hundreds of years away from the suns, as humanity must have shed away a long time ago.
Bless you.
I don't know if Dragomir and Munt are here.
Oh no.
Dragomir is here.
Okay.
I'm very much here, and I'm very much listening. I was just listening to what you were what you said,
And then I was also reading the tidbit again.
Mm-hmm. So she will tell you that humanity, like humans, she finds are pretty interesting thoughts or like subconscious figments because they're very short-lived and passionate. It's kind of like a tiny, she would equate it probably to a tiny flame that burns very hot for a very short time and then, you know, the wax
I hit
runs
the
out.
nail on the head.
Mm-hmm.
I did. Oh, I'm so happy. Excellent.
And so that makes them, it makes them interesting for a short amount of time, but they have no longevity within them. And her master to see saw, you know, that was the case. True perfection takes far longer than a human lifetime. And who else but and who else would be able to take over such a place? Also, to answer your quote unquote question about what makes them sure that her master exists after hundreds of years of debating, she like puts a disclaimer down. She's pretty sure that they exist because they have answered questions for so long and they've debated on the topic, like every single possible topic that they could think of for so long, that she believes that he must be as real as she is. Almost as real as she is. She will also tell you that neither of you, maybe you, Dragomir, but like neither of you have long enough within you to uh, go through a whole list of what makes a person real and what makes them not real. Unfortunately, it's not a simple list of qualities that one can tick off. It takes true depth of character. And a lot of knowledge to meet the prerequisites.
Dragomir will state in response. And well, isn't that just part of the reason why we are here? To become more real. My companions will burn bright with such knowledge, and I will continue to burn ever brighter.
Then you are welcome to stay here and talk, are you not?
That I am. But you must forgive me. What was their name? It was Exilin? Exilin?
Exumat.
Exumat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. With two T's?
One
No.
T.
Ixumat.
Then you'll have. You must forgive me, Exumat. But. As much as I wouldn't mind. I am freshly. I am freshly returned. The veil of death. And I still have mortal, human instruments and needs that I must put to rest before I attain that true freedom which you can so evidently gaze upon the world.
You see, the both of you see from the corner of your eyes the tassels of the little like rug underneath there, like squiggle,
Okay.
as though
Tassels
like
act like a
reaching.
clue. With
What was
reaching.
that?
Oh, I said I knew it. Tassels.
Mm-hmm.
As if reaching for what?
Just reaching, like reaching out.
The tassels are reaching out?
Yeah.
Mund will point out at one point or another that the carpet does look somewhat alive,
Yeah.
with a hint of concern. She giggles. Okay, not good.
Awaken the carpet. Rug of smothering tried to smother the Sphinx. Sphinx is too fat.
It's the other guy that
It's a
tried to...
baby rug of smothering.
This is what happened to the dude that asked too many questions.
Got turned into a rug.
Alive insofar as you are, I suppose.
Blink. Yeah, that's really bad.
Comfortable. At least. The carpet sort of like droops down.
Yeah.
I hope they are too.
The giant sphinx purrs.
I look down at the carpet. I nod at the carpet.
The carpet is like just hanging there now, looking like a wet towel.
I'm sorry, brother. Ostoya will avenge you one day.
Is there anything you have left to say to her?
I'm thinking of like a roundabout way to ask her what the end goal of her master is. Oh. Something like, if your lord has been dwelling in the city underground for so many years, he truly must be preparing for something grandiose.
That they must be, she says. Her tail flicking about.
You speak as if you're not aware of the school of his.
I am aware of many things. I'm aware that your inquiries into my master are becoming a little suspicious.
Oh man, let me look at my character sheet for a second. Just be like, yeah, because we want to beat the shit out of you. But,
Hund is a brute. Very good at what he does. But he
eyebrow
lacks
reason.
the necessary tact at times for these types of settings. I simply believe he is curious is all.
An
He's
eyebrow
a
raises up.
commander. And such a commander is always curious to see those of higher station than them at work.
But of course, we seek to find inspiration in those who have achieved much. Seemingly, this master of yours is already quite the individual. Remarkable for how you painted. I am but thirsty to know more about them so that perhaps I find inspiration in their own actions and, well, I suppose steer my short-lived yet powerful life in a direction of grandeur.
And that is where Hund and I differ. He is after glory, while I simply desire power. So that I may leverage it as I will. Curious what you or your master desire in your far longer lives.
The pursuit
Curious
of
what-
knowledge, of course.
And thus power.
Knowledge is many things. What is power to one is merely a passing interest in others. A necessity for some. An obsession.
Give for the old man.
My face one.
How long have we been chatting with the Sphinx for, by the way?
A long fucking time.
Alright, my high is... It's still there, because I got that. I haven't smoked my cigar. But... I'm ready to clown. Gabe, you got anything else you wanna ask her?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
I'm thinking.
Well, I mean, guess we can't really take much more information from her than we did already. I'm kind of on the edge of like just telling her, yo, we're gonna like fight your master, and if you want to duke it out, how can I like do it now? So that we might not have to fight her when we fight her master, or she might not want to duke it out, and like everyone
Might literally just be here, and then she's like, and she's like reading a book or chilling or like sleeping, and then she like gets a notification, an ally has been slain, and she's like, huh? Nani?
There's this fucking bar at the top where these red circles start appearing, and she's like,
Hold up.
what?
What do you mean by that?
Enemy
Yeah.
nearby.
Tries to
Can't-
teleport away. Can't fast travel
Cannot
with enemies
sleep.
nearby.
Cannot sleep well, man.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't have anything else. I had something I wanted to look at while searching through the library, but nothing else I want to ask of the Sphinx.
Well, you can go and do that.
I will
try.
will ask her, without asking her. I will say, this is a curious thing to have a public library that's divided so that part of it is forbidden.
Was not thy my design.
It is contradictory by nature.
Is that not the nature of mortals?
Oh yeah, forgot.
I suppose you are asking an expert. Yes, I would say it is.
Roundabout ask her, how the fuck do we get into that portion of the library?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Go for it.
Giant Sphinx yawns. Stretches out. The carpet stretches out as well.
The poor
The
carpet.
carpet who can
Squiggles.
breathe for 2 seconds.
Just your faint whisper. Save me, please.
And yet. But it begs the question, what is it forbidden? What knowledge would a civilization such as this consider forbidden? Why? Is knowledge intrinsically forbidden by nature? Or is perhaps it the law that is applied to it that makes it so? The culture? I do not know enough things to make a judgment on these questions.
Consider what it means to be forbidden.
I think I've talked my way into a hole. I'm trying to like... How do I ask this question? No doubt, such things are not forbidden to you. For you know many things. Or so you say. Or perhaps it is the laws of this place that bind that and make them forbidden to even you.
There is no place within this library that I cannot tread. So, what's it gonna be?
I don't know, I wanna... Don't tell me how to get it.
This is the answer you get.
On the one way, and it's through.
There is no place I cannot tread. And there is no place that we as your guests are unwelcome to tread, I imagine, within these walls.
Naturally.
Is it really natural though?
It's not like she designed the place anyway.
Fair enough. Say something like, then you wouldn't mind showing the way for like this thing that's like behind you, right? Yeah.
She would mind.
Nah, she wouldn't, right? Like she just said it, like we can go wherever, right? Right?
Alright. What do you think about that? Hund, what were you looking for?
I need to find my message because it was like a bit away ago, but I believe
I know
if
what it is.
I know you know what it is. It was probably something about the city's defense systems or weapons that might have been laid around and that we could hopefully find to fight this guy.
Right.
Very crude way to put it.
Alright, go ahead.
Right. It is an investigation, right? Or what was it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not good at those. Damn. Don't need goodness. Got all of it here.
God is by my side.
I have no god here besides me.
Do, 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 do. There are two such things to be found in the city. One. Actually, both can be found in the same place.
TaleChasers.
The central hub
Fuck yeah,
of
course.
this city.
Huh.
It should, or it was at one point, home to a forge master capable of forging items beyond the comprehension of mortals. It is also home to an incredibly powerful weapon. A thing, an object, an entity capable of incinerating every trace of a creature's existence. Let's see. That was not the only thing. Yes. You made that DC. Schematics of the town,
Oh, I love that. I love that. Give me some of that.
including ancient blueprints for advanced infrastructure such as sewer drainage, humongous glazed iron domes, and botanical gardens large enough to host entire ecosystems.
Jesus Christ, who the fuck made all of these? Actually, I know, never mind.
You also managed to obtain a rough map of the temple itself, for which I will give you information about the rooms before you enter them.
Oh, Pog. Gotta write that down.
Do, 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 do. So what's it going to be, guys? What's
I feel
next?
like. Don't know, does Lord Bartiano have anything else he needs to search himself?
I don't know. I can't think of anything
Keep
to
it.
ask her. I will.
We don't
I
need
guess
to
I'll
be here.
witch sight the halls as I walk around. Go for my little smoke walk.
Alright, there's magical around you.
Smoke break.
Thank you. Mission complete.
God, that's such you managed to which side? I mean, like, this is a magical place.
Yeah.
With the magical
Can I
creature.
Can I look
What?
for any strong areas or
Yeah,
concentrations?
the Forbidden Library.
Okay. um.
Which is lit AF.
Lit AF. All right. Well, is there any way in other than the obvious entrance?
There's a door.
There's a door. Is it like a wall?
No, it's just no, it's like you can see into it. There's like it's like
It's like a
metal.
gate?
I mean, yeah, the whole thing is like just a gated off area. It's not. There's no walls between you and the rest of the the library.
Okay, can I?
Gates are
is-
covered
is-
with her.
Is the gate
no
like,
warning.
got a lock or something on it?
No, it's just a gate with a door handle. And
There's no
runes all
glyphs
over
or
it.
wording, and oh, there we go. I was about to say, yeah.
Toot, 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 toot.
Well,
I mean, we technically
I
could
have-
just run against the door, take all the glyphs of wording, and try to survive.
I have 2 suggestions.
Mhm.
The first suggestion is that I'm gonna gather the party together. Actually, I'm going to gather the party together without the voices of reason. So Ryan, Chip,
Say less.
Dragonmere comes and finds you.
You already know I'm gonna open that door one way or another. I've said it twice now. If you need me to do him, I'll do it right now.
He looks up and he says, "Oh, I didn't expect to find you out here. I'm just finishing my poultice. Why are you not in the library reading up about dark magics and swords of burning light? And the power of a star in the palm of your hands. What are you doing out here?" And he looks over your shoulder at a book you have open, reading about mundane histories. I expected a little more.
Tolro is there, right? Right? Because they were looking together for books, right? Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Whew.
Close the book,
Please, my dwarven friend.
and I'll look at him. What are you getting at?
I'm just saying I expected you to already be in the Forbidden Library. But if
getting
it's too
gaslit.
forbidden for you, then I suppose that makes sense.
The book was shoved into Dogram's chest. Nothing is that forbidden for me. But I've seen it kind of glyphed up. Didn't
I
want
mean-
to accidentally cause an explosion within said room.
I mean, you see that, right? You just, jump over the gate. It seems rather obvious.
Can we jump
Please,
over
you
the
have 18 int. Please.
Hold up. Hold up. Can I jump over the gate? That is actually a question I need to know now.
No, it's floor to ceiling.
Okay, I'll just look at the Baron. What do you mean jump over the gate?
Did they make
know
like a
you're
kitty
old.
fence or something?
Not
Listen, Baron, I know you're old. I didn't know your eyesight was going as well. Do we need to sit down?
No, I meant with magic. You don't teleport, young lad.
No, but I can make people laugh.
Uh,
And I've been very much holding back on trying to make the Sphinx laugh. To be honest.
well, Ixumat, I don't think would appreciate that.
I,
However,
I
maybe if you can make the lock laugh itself open, then hey, perhaps you can get inside. If that's what you want, but I understand if it's
Baron-
too forbidden for you.
Baron, I know you're a smart man. Don't think a lock can laugh. As much as I'd love to see it.
You don't know if you have you ever tried?
Yes, indeed, I have.
You
Because I
have.
had this thought many a time.
Really now? Most intriguing. Have you tried down here where magic is strange, though?
Ooh, yes. Ooh, I'm loving this gaslighting.
You're literally the smartest man in this group. Please. Please.
Smartest man in the group versus the most charismatic man in the group.
Baron, I do see what you're getting at.
It's just
make sense to me.
Look, I know Lux cannot laugh. Maybe if it was, I don't know, a creature is a luck, it might work.
Do you know it's not a creature then? What if it's a living lock? Or a living door, and that's how it identifies.
If it's a living door,
Not.
why haven't you asked it to open?
I haven't gotten close to it yet.
Well, let's go. Go on. Let's go ask the door if it opens.
Might I inquire in what you managed to get out of her in regards to the forbidden section?
Oh, she mentioned she could simply go inside whenever she wanted. And she could just walk in.
Does Sphinxes have some kind of innate ability to just not trigger magic? Or is there another way?
Is that what she is? A sphinx?
Hope Dad had
She
noticed.
Specifically said.
A Chino Sphinx, in fact, yes.
Chino Sphinx. Well, I cannot say I'm proficient on mythological beasts. But evidently, it's very real.
You know, we were in a library. We could try and look it up, if needs be. If it is a thing.
Wanda turns around the corner with 2 tomes in his hand. You
Dual
make an
wielding
awful lot
gnomes.
of- You make an awful lot of noise for a library.
Well, there's no librarian, after all.
I believe that's what Exuma is supposed to be.
Well,
Well,
I
they're
would.
not seeming to be bothered by us unless we ask questions.
As for these glyphs and whatnot, if she can enter whenever she would like, I imagine they are either set up in a way that, well, they don't affect her, or maybe she has a physical token on her person that prevents them from activating.
Amber, is it an Arkhona check to learn how a glyph of wording works generally?
Yeah.
Zoom.
Um,
I don't know what that is.
Oh, that's... Honestly,
You don't know what
you're
that is at all
genius.
now.
That's some pretty
Hey,
genius.
mister, have you ever heard of a glyph of warding? Ah, shit.
I assume, yeah, like, I just went off the fact that assume I know what it is because it's literally on my spell list.
You just have
Usually glyph-
advantage on knowing what it is.
Oh,
Well, I mean, how the spell works, I guess. Okay, do you want me to take back what I just said and roll, or?
No, it's fine.
I believe a glyph of wording doesn't trigger if you know the password of it.
Mm-hmm.
You can set a password for each glyph, and if you know the password of it, it won't activate.
You can also set it to trigger on specific people or specific
Yeah.
groups of people.
Or not you, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If a goblin touches this door, they detonate.
If anything but the giant sphinx touches this glyph of
I mean,
wording,
the thing doesn't have to. I was about to say it doesn't have to be a password. You can set whatever condition
Yep.
you want for it not to go.
It can even be as simple as, well, if you detect X within Y, don't trigger.
I also believe. It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Bund sort of. There's like a light shrug weighed down by all these garments and heavy armor. Conditions might be any. It take an awful lot of time to pry that information out of her.
Yes.
And it seems like we have already failed.
I would also say it's probably not the best of ideas to dispel any magic there, considering it's, well, right in front of her.
If a place holds forbidden knowledge, then perhaps it is not for the consumption of the common man. Perhaps it's destined to be only read by creatures such as the one we spoke with, or its master, for that case.
Well,
I don't like things that I can't get to.
See it in a different perspective. You can easily get to them, but you shouldn't, and you won't. For even though something is accessible to you, it does not mean that you should reach for it.
Kieran now look down at the pistol I've got and look back up. Sometimes there's that little voice in the back of your head that tells you to do it anyway.
That is called greed. One of the 7 pains of man.
Give a smile. And unfortunately, that is what I am plagued with.
Gives you another smile. A genuine one. 'Tis no worry, Carmichael. We will be able to defeat your avarice one day. Just like I have fought along with my brothers to fix their vices and virtues. It takes time, and it takes
Maybe the
willpower.
case, but I don't think I'll be starting now.
Perhaps not. But today,
So
we
how
won't listen
close?
to that voice.
How close is the Sphinx to the door?
Maybe 20 feet.
yeah,
Okay, so for an explosion to happen, probably hit her.
damn. Amber, based on Carmichael and Dalrin's history check from before, do we know, or well, maybe specifically Carmichael because it wasn't at 20. Do we know
Sure.
if China Sphinx is actually required to sleep?
You have no idea.
Fuck. Okay. Well, to segue onto that.
If such a creature sleeps, it would not do that in front of you.
No,
you know?
no, of course.
It's like asking, does a dragon sleep? Yeah, dragon
Yeah, yeah.
probably sleeps, but you know,
But to segue,
who's around to know?
But to segue onto that, I believe we have been walking for. Oh yeah, I think we're due for a long rest, aren't we? Very soon, because we've literally been walking since we woke
Let's
up.
see. It's 6:20 p.m. I think our last long rest was at midnight, I believe, when we arrived at the estate on the other side of the city.
Mm-hmm.
That would
Yeah.
mean we have been walking a lot longer than we should have, but yes.
Well, it's
No.
a long rest every 24 hours, so it's 4 hours till our next long rest.
Yes. I was more thinking
Yeah.
about the 8 hours of travel, but it's fine.
It's probably
yeah,
like
I do-
not
I-
the entire day walking.
I-
It's not the
breaks
entire day
Yeah.
of walking, it's all the times that you
Yeah.
guys spend standing here,
Indeed.
standing
Yes.
there, investigating
yep.
this, investigating that, talking in front of
Yes.
this door for 30 minutes, you know.
Uh-huh. Yes, because I also do seem to recall that we rolled to see how far we got, and we were lucky that we got here on the last spurt, because, yeah, we were gonna have the long rest soon.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Dalrin will bring up, he's like, no. In any case, I do think that we should be having a little bit of rest in a while either way. Maybe we could attempt to stay here at the library and who knows what might happen in the night.
You know, I have a question.
breaking into this section of the library. That much I can tell you.
Baron, Everest, I have a question for either of you.
Yes?
You're both skilled in magic, and I've seen, Baron, you can summon your little fiery friend. Are either of you able to, I don't know, put something on the other side of the gate? Like
Like what?
I don't know, maybe a fiery creature? Maybe an animal of some sort? Anything. Anything that's a creature. Anything that might be living.
I could do so. Why?
Well, I've just had a brilliant idea, and I give a smile.
You're not going to enact it, aren't you?
Oh,
Especially not when the owner is aware of our presence.
don't you worry.
The owner cares not that we venture into the library, Hund. I was checked with her.
How far away were we from the gate when we, inspected it for the little glyphs?
20 feet.
I want to see if I can get within 15 feet.
Paris has stood as close to it as little less than 5 feet.
Oh,
Yep.
that's fine then.
Yep.
Well, if any of you can, and you want to have a look on the other side, please do, and I can have a little gander through.
We'll say this for the last time. What is forbidden is not supposed to be pried upon. Though I am not your father, no, I am your ruler. If you wish to disobey this, or well, I suppose disregard this advice, then do as you may.
Well, it can't be that forbidden if a sphinx that's moved in here has got the luxury of going through it like it's nothing.
Are you as old and as wise as a giant sphinx?
No. But I don't think this was exactly a place for them in the first place. It's a matter of status. Or maybe, I don't know.
That is why this knowledge is forbidden. Not for giant sphinxes, but for humans.
No, not for humans, Hund. Forbidden for the low-born, anyone without the cash, the capital, or the influence to get their hands on it, most likely. It's the same upstairs in our very own forbidden library.
There's a inflation of his chest and an exhale that follows. Once more. Sometimes it's better not to look. I will be around the corner if my aid is needed.
Very well. And look back to Baron and Everest. So,
Overrest.
I cannot do anything.
Can you
Baron?
perhaps... Yeah?
could you perhaps put something on the other side?
Yes, I can. But you're going to have to tell me to what end. I'm not particularly inclined to
Well,
exert myself for no reason.
something upon the other side. Something that is creature, or just something. Something that is not inanimate, living in its own right. Have a little way to jump to it. Courtesy of our little venture into the armory.
Fine.
And seeing as Aldoran got at least right next to it, it's safe to say that going near it isn't the trigger. Trying to open it might be the best guess.
Steel yourself, then. And
Very
he
well.
will pull himself up a bit more on his walking cane, kind of clench it a bit harder. His whole face kind of scrunches together. And he, does a loud... And he spits a flaming blue bolt of fire. Whistling out through the gap in the gate and onto the other side, and will cast Summon Elemental.
You wish to summon a fire elemental in a library? I just wanna, like, check.
Dun 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 dun
I would
dun.
like to
dun.
summon it in a confined space that is away from all the things.
What do you think the forbidden section of the library holds?
Books.
Yes.
Is
I
there a way I
imagine
can
it is-
summon this that is not like it's going to instantly burn everything to the ground?
Do you stop this fire elemental from doing whatever the hell it wants to do?
Yes, because it's mine, under my control.
Has a fiery aura, though, I believe. Literally, things takes damage just by standing
Anything
near.
that comes within 5 feet of it takes 1d10 fire damage.
No, not with the elemental spirit.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
It's not an actual fire elemental. It's a fire elemental spirit, which is the yeah. Lasts an hour. I can control it. It makes chills. It doesn't just burn.
Summon elemental spirit. Sure.
Nice. Also, since this is the first spell I cast after doing my good kush, it is cast at 5th level instead.
oh.
That's
Little
fine with
crush.
me. Make a spellcasting ability check.
Oh, that was a cool noise.
I was gonna say that was really cool, but
Yes.
Foundry never
Make a
ceases to amaze
spellcasting
me.
ability check.
Okay, it's coming at her. Yeah. $18.
Meets it, beats it.
Woo! Here comes the money.
Cool.
You managed to cast your spell.
Let's
So
go.
what? I'm happy. This makes me happy, Amber.
Mm-hmm.
Do your teleport thing already.
Oh, it's ready whenever, baby.
Do it. I cast it.
You did it.
Now, let's see how forbidden something is with my eyes on it, shall we?
I'm gonna have a
Wouldn't it be
dead-ass
funny
fucking
if you
kick
bounced
through.
through the door and triggered all the glyphs?
Just ah!
Imagine.
Take a
What
step.
do you mean by
Take-
that?
I'll take a step. I'll take a step. As I'm taking the third step, kind of disappear. Little dust that was on me. And hopefully, if it works, you should just see right behind a little fire elemental. Me take the third step.
Yeah?
As I use my phase spider tablet. Yeah.
Carmichael, you feel this sluggishness to your body as you attempt to teleport. And for a moment, the world becomes almost the inverted version, the inverted colors of itself, and these icy threads of silk hang all around you.
Oh.
And then you appear behind the fire elemental. And all is as it was before.
And I'll turn around and look back. Told you. Nothing will stop my greed today. Now. Forbidden objects and knowledge. Like a child, I'm just gonna run around and I'm just gonna look at everything I can see.
There is a small selection
Ooh.
of items.
Man, I feel like I should. Yeah, sure. I will join you to supervise you. I misty step to the other side.
Nice.
Dalrim, keep an eye on things, and I'll keep an eye on this one.
Dalrim is like a ways away from the door. He's like, I. Mm-hmm.
Misty stepper.
There are 3 interests in the Forbidden Chamber.
Hey yo, let's go.
Oh, I love me some
A
intro.
tingling sensation courses through your veins as you look at the little pillows and the cases that they lie in.
Ooh.
There are also a couple of other items that appear jarringly out of place, of how strange they look. Shards of gray glass painted in blood, mangled iron plates, shards of metal that look warped and give off this strange, effervescent, almost like Ethereum-like glimmer
Ooh,
to them.
can I snort it?
No.
Very well.
Does any of you even have identify as a spell or like?
Overus does.
No.
Okay.
What do you mean Ovras does? That's
How are
not,
you gonna
it's
get
not
these
true.
things out of the? How are you gonna move all of these things out of this section?
Just misty step through and through, you know. Spend 15 spell slots.
Gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Okay.
Hmm.
Was asking.
You were asking?
Yes, twice now.
Okay, I'm sorry. Jeez.
Sure.
Uh-huh.
Ryan, you can use your boots three times per day.
Yeah.
So you can.
You would have to. Oh, and actually, there's. No, yeah, there's no people.
Okay.
It's
So
3
you
books, 4 items.
Okay. Yeah, we could. Kind of don't really. Kind of want to remove them from their perch, but also at the same time, it's like if you're in here, it's assumed you're in here. You're already allowed.
Hmm.
So can't we just load Carmichael up with the things to be identified outside and then bloof back inside to return them?
Can do. I could sleep on the inside until the next day.
You could, yeah.
Oh,
Amber, what are the tombs?
The 3 tomes are the Compendium of Fursa, the Book of Shayanan. Actually, this is not you. That's not your name. That is your name. almost got him there, but not truly. There we go. We have the Book of Shannon, the Compendium of Fursa, and the Libram of Andras. The first is bound in leather, and it is inscribed along its entire surface with holy wards. Second is made of wood, and it is also contained within a wooden book. The third is made out of bone, like just huge slates of bone.
It's not menacing.
The Compendium of Persia that was bound in leather, or was it the wooden one?
As wood.
Okay. So it was the Book of Shannon that was bound in leather with holy wards.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
The first book. Are you guys just gonna long rest here? Like I would like to.
It's 4 hours till next long rest, right?
yeah. But we
I do
can,
believe
So
so.
you can
kill time
finish.
before that.
Yeah, I think if we have to look through these books and these objects and all of that stuff, we're probably gonna stay in here
Yeah.
and put them back later.
Okay, you don't want to leave the library.
I
Don't like the way you
think
said that.
so.
Oh, yeah, I don't like how you said it. Kind of
It's a
concerning.
question.
Yeah.
I would like to leave the library, but I would but it's important we get the information.
It's my assumption that we can't take these things away from the library because it's the giant sphinx is abode now. So
You know, we're not just gonna take things from her home.
I think, yeah, I think we're gonna stay in the library for the longest. Yeah.
Sealed with holy wards, and wicked people can't open it. So you know, half of you already cannot touch this spell. This spell book, which contains control weather, dominate monster, feeble mind, incendiary cloud, and
God
mind
dang.
wag.
Jesus Christ.
Excuse me.
The second book requires an individual to read it for at least 10 hours, after which it gains immunity to being charmed for 4 days.
Which we don't have that. So good.
Yeah.
The third book is bound in slates of monstrous bone. It can only be opened by feeding it blood. It contains every sangromancy spell known in existence.
Oh,
That is so cool.
does the Baron have
Very
blood?
cool. I have blood.
Do you?
Do
It's just veins and there's
Hmm.
ash coming out of
Oh,
it.
can I make a medicine roll to see if the Baron has blood?
I have blood? What do you mean I'm human?
I don't know, Chief. From what I've seen, you don't look very human to me, Mr. Skeleton Man.
That's because I'm old as fuck.
No.
I don't think old people look like that. Just saying.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I've seen many old people in my days. They don't.
Yeah,
look
have
like...
you seen many old crack addicts? I don't think so.
Yes.
How
Where I live,
where you live? Yeah, you know.
it's not very good.
Yeah, where
Alright,
you live.
moving on.
Sorry.
The next 3 items are ciphers.
Ooh.
The first transforms you into a skeleton.
Oh,
The second,
it's for Baron. He's already won.
the second allows you to ignore difficult terrain for the entirety of a session.
That's really cool.
The
Pretty
third conjures a +1 simple or martial weapon of your choice for 8 hours.
Oh, that is really cool. Yeah.
And the final item is a bat-shaped pot with pigment in it.
I thought you were just gonna say it's a bat.
It's just a
I was gonna
bat.
say, just a bat just perched there looking at us. It's like, well, what you doing?
Oh, that'd be brilliant, bro.
Cool
Just a bat.
locates you.
a pot of Nolzur's marvelous pigments, but like this is just a bat now. Just like there's nothing else. It's just a bat.
Honestly,
Some cherry.
I'd rather just have a bat, to be honest. I think that'll be great.
That would be
Love
pretty
some
cool.
bats. Bat familiar.
Batman.
He's not even a familiar. He's just a bat. He doesn't want to be there. He doesn't like it there. He doesn't enjoy.
Come
Come with me, bat.
what was it the Compendium of Fursha did?
It requires you to read it for 10 hours,
Oh,
after which you
yeah.
gain immunity to being charmed
It
for
was
4
that one.
days.
Thank you.
I'm almost immune to be charmed, anyways.
I'm almost
Uh,
immune
must-
anyway.
I'm assuming the spell book requires you to be a wizard.
Well,
Or
you have
what?
to be a wizard to learn those spells, yeah.
Yeah.
Oftentimes, yes. Sangromancy works a little bit different. It requires you to,
Bend some
meet
pity
the class
guys.
prerequisites to be able to learn.
A bit of blood here and there. I kind of want to give up some blood, I'm gonna be honest.
Please don't.
I don't mind sangromancing it up.
Same.
Regardless,
Rock, paper, scissors?
this is where you guys want to long rest. Sleep before, I guess, moving on tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, the next day we're gonna move down south. We'll go full circle and check back on the dragon, see if it regenerates.
Yeah,
Oh.
see if
And then it's
he's hatched from his cocoon.
yeah, and then it's time for the temple, and presumably the ultimate showdown of Ultimate Destiny.
I really hope we will find more stuff in the temple, because right now we're kind of underprepared, not gonna lie.
I'm not
You know,
trust.
roll me 3d12.
Oh,
Sure. All of us, or just one person?
Just one person. I don't mind who.
Me.
ooh.
25. A 10, an 8, and a 7.
Alright. Is there anything you guys need to do during this long rest?
Spy on my
Watches.
son.
Very tempted to give blood to the bug.
Very creepy.
I try to open the book of Shannon.
I don't know, are you a wicked person, Oras?
Ovras is very much not wicked.
No,
He's just he's just a little guy who thinks he's pretty great and cares about
Book
his dog.
opens.
Hell yeah, baby!
If
We
you
got
take care
the
about
book.
dogs, you cannot be wicked.
True. Honestly, if you have a pet and it's a dog like John.
Man,
What if John couldn't open the book?
Oh,
John has murdered multiple infants in an instance of 1 hour.
John just has like a 1,000-yard
You
staff.
see John's fucking aura, like...
His hands
John
are
is-
stained with the blood of thousands of children.
I also love how it's like
Slay!
yes. Anyway, you can't be a wicked person. You can't open this book. Also, within this book, is dominate monster, feeble mind,
Feeble mind.
incendiary cloud, and mind blank.
My blank is not a bad spell.
The rest of them.
It just protects
wonder-
you. The other ones are fine.
Oh
Don't
yeah,
worry about it.
right. I'm confusing
This is
it.
to
Yeah.
whip the wicked people,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
that cannot open this book.
It's like
Yeah, exactly, because there's a wicked spell that wicked people look for, so you put a seal for non-wicked people on the... So the wicked people can't get...
I wonder what would happen if I feeble-minded John.
I don't think you can feeble-mind him. I think he's already at that level.
Poor John.
He's a dumb dog.
You need to awaken John.
I also just realized that incendiary cloud is effectively hello. Yes, I cast white phosphorus.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is war crime manual right here.
Yeah, it
This
is.
is perfect for Overus then.
Oh my
Damn,
god.
unfortunately I can't use Feeble Mind because it's an 8th level spell.
I thought you were Overus the Magnificent.
No,
Magnificent's too great.
Look.
wizard...
He's
my
not
wizard
allowed to
wizard
use
ability
8th level
should-
spells around you guys.
Oh,
Yeah,
what happens
there-
if you
Feel
Ovras
inferior.
has access to 10th level spells. He just doesn't do it because it's
Wait
not
for the cult
cool.
to collapse of this city. Think again.
Correct.
He-
Correct.
He'd kill everyone with his mind. He just doesn't do that because that's not very magnificent, you know.
It's not poggers, you know. No one would realize you killed them if it's with your mind.
Oh, that's the
Exactly.
plugin.
But yeah, we'll
Alright,
take
you
a
guys can hit long rest.
Yeah.
almost here. Can I
No.
click the button?
Baron.
Click that button. Bleep.
Baron, rock, paper, scissors me for the Book of Sanguine spells.
I will tell you that you probably want the marvelous pigments instead.
No, it's a bat.
The bat.
It's a bat. There's no marvelous pigments anymore. It's just a bat.
No more, just a bat. It
Can
turns
I-
into a bat.
It's not that animal. It's like a baseball bat.
Like,
Wait, oh my god, hold on.
draw
If I hit them,
something
can I
and
change their colour? Just BAP! You glittering on.
Draw a bat. But then it would become a dead bat because it can't only be an object.
Bat.
No.
Can I want to read from the Sanguine book if no one else does?
I would like to fuck around with it because I will never be able to fuck around with it in the main campaign.
I suppose in 4 hours they get enough time to.
Can we
do that.
share the book of blood spells?
I mean, yeah, I'm guessing like in the 4 hours that we need before our long rest, you both can probably read from that book. Don't know if you can learn any Sangromancy spells because you're not a wizard, but
Yeah.
What are the prerequisites? Because I don't have access to the Sangromancy page anymore.
being a Sangromancer, that's pretty much.
You don't have access to the page anymore. You've always had
Mhm.
access to my PDF that I sent you.
Okay, I will go to your PDF instead of the Foundry place.
Yes, because the Foundry place is not up to date.
Okay.
There's some Sangromancy spells which are available to sorcerers. Not a lot though.
I see.
Send the only wizards of a spellbook.
Damn.
Correct.
I do not have, completely unrelated, I do not have a Sunburst Pendant worth 100 GP, and that's kind of bad. That means I can't cast a certain spell.
That is.
Undead?
Well, I was thinking about Dawn.
If only you were a Forge Cleric and you could forge a Sunburst Pendant.
I mean,
just like that.
I can unironically fabricate something,
Voila.
but
I have it then.
require material.
Get 100
Well,
gold coins.
Brother,
The
I
Gina
require-
Sphinx is covered in jewelry.
Yeah, I'll use the Gynosphinx as the material. Thank you.
I have a question. These ciphers, I imagine the Janus Sphinx will not allow us to take them away since they're part of our home at this point.
I don't know, does she?
I don't know, does she? Can we ask her in a roundabout way that is not a question?
How
Something
do you
like-
say that?
We found these trinkets in the library and opted that they might be useful to us.
Do you
And
need
what-
them?
Wanted. No, that's a question. And wanted to know if it was possible for us to take them away with us on our journey.
but that's
Doesn't that
also a
sound like
question.
Question, yeah.
No, it's not a
Oh,
question.
I know,
It's a
I know.
statement.
What do you
I know.
mean?
Yeah,
it would
we
be
It's a
nice to be able to
statement.
take these.
I
Well,
didn't say it in a
take-
questioning way, so it's not a question, right?
Just
Yeah.
you can say no. You just say what you said initially. That we found these, etc.
We found these things and we wanted to know if we
but
could
no.
take them on our journey.
No,
No,
that's
because
a
it's a
question,
question.
no?
You even said it. You even said it in a
Yeah.
questioning
So you
way.
just
way.
say that like you imagine that they will not be
This
missed.
is a statement. It's like
No.
we want to know this. How is that a question?
It's very
I was
pointed.
wondering if I could have this.
Yeah. Just begin like
To say, I bet these won't be
yeah.
missed.
You just begin like you did about how we found them, etc., and then you just say, "I imagine that they will not be missed."
I don't know. We're making such a fuss about this. It's the same thing.
No, it's not.
No, you asked a
Neither-
question, and I have to
You asked a
attack you now.
question. This isn't a
Neither
question.
of them is a question. Is there
Oh
much
my
The
God.
difference?
first one was a
Attack.
question.
Look at this guy. He's gaslighting himself into thinking it's not a question.
Why are you gaslighting the Sphinx? Like this is gonna be a combat.
No, I don't know what you mean. It's not a question.
I just told you it's a question. Don't
it's not.
fight me.
Gate light, gas keep, boss
Okay,
girl.
no
Boy
matter-
boss moment.
We're gonna post in a. I'm gonna go grab a drink.
That's incredibly real. Oh my god.
So true.
She does not care about the ciphers. They are not. I mean, most of them are just like gross pieces of scrap metal with like blood on them.
Fair enough.
Yoink. Take the butt.
It flies away.
I will do everything in my power to get that butt.
Oh Jesus!
You have a bet.
I mage
Welcome
hand.
back.
I mage hand and grab the butt.
Nice.
My mage hand is also invisible, so the butt does not see it coming.
This is so sad.
I'm assuming we got these things.
Yeah, you got the things.
I'll
Because you
grab
didn't ask.
Yeah, of course no, not
Mhm.
at all. I'll pick the one thing cipher, I guess.
Martial weapon prowess.
Uh,
+1 dart.
Let's go!
you know,
I once again stand up to turn on my light and realize it's not there.
I see.
Oh no.
Oh.
Told you we gotta fix it.
Yeah, I forget every time.
I can strip it more.
Yeah, none of these ciphers seem useful for Dalrim.
Right, I want to become a little skeleton.
Not
That sounds kind of based.
necessarily, no.
Absolutely
not?
based.
Then you want to become a bone boy?
Dance the skeleton dance right now.
Become a part of the bone brigade?
The Bone Brigade, yeah.
Ignore difficult terrain because you're slow.
Oh, actually, Amber, that's a really good point. If I turn into an undead skeleton for 2d6 round, that means I can use the last guns, right?
Ooh. Oh my
Shit,
god!
I would like to insight my DM.
The last guys that you can pick up then.
I say yes, but he does not know that he will be turned against the party
I
because he's
mean-
now an undead
I
skeleton.
mean, yeah, that was literally the main reason why I was
You
like,
last gun someone in the fucking back of the head, like.
No.
I mean, yeah, that's why I didn't want that cipher card, because I'm like, okay, we're probably gonna meet a very, very nasty necromancer lich dude,
Correct.
and then you turn into an undead skeleton. He's like, oh, nice, another minion.
Correct.
3.
All right.
I've reviewed the book and I've uncovered that there is one sorcerer spell that I can cast if I get it. Heartseeker,
Yeah, just gotta
6th level.
level up and then you can get it.
Yeah. We'll get there. We'll get there.
We will?
We will get there. Gonna have to actually move on though.
Yeah, I think after the 4 hours of long rest, we don't really have, 8 hours of actual rest. We don't have anything else to keep us here, so we'll probably move on with the yellow path that I drew after the library. My idea was to visit this fountain, find out if there's anything interesting about that landmark, and cut through the upper part of the city and reach back the dragon. And once we're there, we can pretty much beeline it back where we came from to the slope that goes down into the city.
Mm-hmm. Actually, the slope that goes down to the city goes past the library again.
Yeah, I know. Which is why I meant, go back from the way we came from. So we just cross the library again, go down. Let's go.
Let's go. Right, I need to swap out my spells after the long rest as well.
Also, before, I guess, when the party leaves, Mund will offer a pouch with dice, or a gemstone set of carved dices for our hostess, I guess. Yes, hostess.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully she will accept the gift as a thanks for the hospitality.
We will see each other again.
Mm.
Mund nods.
Ominous. I leave a loaf of bread with honey on it on it and some cinnamon on the nightstand. As if I may. It's sort of there, as if it's like a, I was going to eat this, but now I'm not.
I see we're leaving
You should
stuff
reconsider the name.
Ooh.
He nods again.
What's
Perhaps
your
next
GF's name?
time we meet, you shall be able to give me a better advice.
Or the one after.
He nods once more.
I see people just leaving things for the Sphinx, so I'll leave the banana.
How's it not squished?
You're just like leaving,
Well-
like off
well,
race.
it-
He's like,
well,
alright.
At this point, I've already had the banana, so it's a
And
banana.
she was really nice. She helped us out.
It's a banana peel with a bite taken out of the peel. So
That's
What?
that's like
What?
three different burnouts, right? Just wondering. If we have to roll burnout in this place.
Yeah.
Damn, so people that use magic before also needs to roll.
Yeah, which is
Great for you.
2 burnouts for Baron and 3 burnouts for Doran.
Why do I need a roll burnout?
You
Because there's
summoned
only
an
a couple
elemental
places in
and you
this-
casted Misty Step.
Yeah,
It's only
I
a
did.
couple places in the city.
Yeah, which is here as well, right? Or not?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there we go.
Alright, D12.
But I passed my my thing already, right?
Spellcasting ability check is not the same thing as a burnout dice.
Yeah, that was just to cast a spell through the gate, I imagine.
5.
Yikes.
Burnout.
You know,
Yikes.
Burnout.
I really don't like rolling a 1, so I kind of want to re-roll that, honestly.
You could do that? What?
You don't have fate.
Right, we don't. Never mind.
Just wanna check.
We're
All right.
not fated to
Yeah,
do
that-
anything
yeah, that's
but
true.
die here.
All right, I guess
Destined to die.
wrong. I will never die.
let's do these in order then, because with my burnout die automatically decreases on a 1, right?
D100. Yeah. D100.
7.
Okay, you would have lost hit points.
Okay.
Are you casting this now? 2 minutes ago.
Fabricate was during like these hours leading up to the rest. That was the first one.
Oof, that's
Ooh.
not good, isn't it?
Wait, I thought
Reset
higher's better.
burnout. Reset burnout to D12.
Nice.
Oh, that's
Hey,
great.
Okay.
Oh,
Easy
Then-
peasy, guys.
dumb.
So, but yeah, I would have lost hit points, but then we would have had a long rest. And then shape ammunition and prayer of healing are in the morning, so I need to roll for these as well.
Mm-hmm.
Your die charges from long rest, right?
Yeah. I believe so.
By steps. It goes up in steps, yeah.
There you go.
All right,
2
there we go.
12s. Sleep.
Sheesh. So,
Alright, all good.
Indeed.
Right. After leaving the parting gifts, we'll be heading down south.
Alright. There are
Check.
no encounters.
That's very sus. Is this
No,
place?
just a good roll.
Oh, okay, sweats. Is this place anything peculiar, or simply just a large fountain or pool? I guess.
Just a fountain.
Amber,
It's one of their richer Yes.
my son. Is he?
What?
Is he still burying a corpse?
No, he's at home.
He's at home. What's he doing?
Big chilling.
What time is it? He's sleeping. It's the middle of the night. You see him in bed, like laying there, and you're like, suspicious.
Lazy layabout.
Sleep talking.
Literally, good for nothing, he says as he looks at his son at 2 in the morning, like sleeping in his bed. Children are good for nothing. They're useless, man. You see him roll over. Does your son have a wife? I don't remember.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, well at least his wife is there still, so that's nice.
that sounded
She's
very
not the one
ominous.
buried in the garden.
He buried his wife. Yeah.
Okay.
The skinwalker in his bed.
The fucking doppelganger that Like he killed his wife, made he think he did it, and then hallucinates to take its place.
Of course.
I didn't die, sweetie. But yeah, I will read to my son.
You will read to
Bedtime.
your son.
I will read to him even though he cannot hear me.
Oh, that's so
This
sweet.
is-
What
this is
bedtime
like-
story is it?
I'm going to tell him.
This is the story of a son that slept too long and didn't do enough for their family, and thus the family collapsed and ruined, and everyone died of starvation.
He
Jesus
slept too
Christ!
long that he never woke up. Ah.
Yeah. That's true. No, he tells him the story of how he came into the service of how a peregrine falcon griffin came into his service that he named Buklik.
Oh, bless.
Yes, I tell the son the story of the peregrine falcon griffin that Dragomir outlived, unfortunately.
Your son does not hear, but everyone else here does.
He knows the story. Though maybe he does not remember it. I imagine I got him one at some point. Or maybe he didn't take to falconing. And that's really when our relationship began to fall apart.
That's when it began to fall apart when you gave more attention to your falcon than to your son. That's when.
Alright.
Let's see. Yeah, if there's no other encounters, this place is also nothing of import. This sort of like school-looking building.
I have it noted down, I believe, it's like a... Let me double check.
Yeah, take your time.
Well, Discord, please, or... Discord. I have it noted down as a school for martial arms and what's it called? Theoretical lessons. The art of war.
Senzu, the art of war.
Woo!
Right. Suppose without stopping there too much, we'll just make our way back to the entrance of the city, check up on our dragon boy, see if he's still cocooning. Like a little ball.
Alright. You pass by the dozens upon dozens of spirits dancing forever in the main square of the city. And you start to climb the outer gate, cresting over it to find a large white twitching cocoon that is slowly beginning to shred open.
Oh boy.
Watching the miracle of life.
Find out what's in this Kinder Egg next week.
The most forbidden Kinder Eggs of them all.
But guys, it's actually next week, not in 2 weeks.
Oh, let's
That is-
go!
Oh, that's
Oh,
actually
true, yeah.
awesome.
That's kind of based. Super based.
That's so cool and real.
Dumb guys. I'm
Be
a tremendous,
based.
most based DM.
Uh-huh. If you hadn't spent an hour standing outside the door, maybe you could have seen what's in the Kinder Egg.
Hey,
Listen,
you know,
Don't.
don't
How dare you?
Love you guys.
don't be like that. It's like
Like what?
it's like here's this Gino Sphinx. It's about 20 feet away from this door that says forbidden. You can't ask the Gino Sphinx any questions, and then you wonder why we're there for over an hour. It was nice though.
It was.
I was debating just opening the gate. I'm gonna
Bless
be
you
honest.
guys. Next week, the temple.
Yeah.
We hope
Yay!
we find more stuff in the temple. I feel like if we find this guy now, we're gonna get clobbered to death.
Yeah, quite possible.
Clapped.
You know. Hey, maybe
Have an
Bonk.
awesome-
Shooting.
maybe if we're lucky, we find Andras from the stars. We found it. Thanks, brain.
Start.
We find their thigh bone somewhere. That's a powerful magical relic. You know.
I think his thigh bone is still
Yeah, his
attached to his thigh.
Pelvic bone.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
Gabe. I don't think he's the one in charge because it sounded like he was here when everything was fine, and then they got attacked by something else.
I don't know. He kind of took this civilization, elevated it to a higher state of being, and then like replaced all the living people with undead people.
Yeah.
And then kind of the civilization decided to go dormant until this
I mean,
dude turned up, and
it's
then like
also-
they started having a war with each other.
It's also weird that there's no one in the city besides like a bunch of souls, I guess, spirits dancing in the middle of
mean-
the square. There's no one else.
I mean-
Just one fucking child.
No, we saw some people on the floor of the house that you yeeted.
Oh yeah, we saw some undead people.
I
yeah.
assume that
People
there,
missing their limbs.
yeah, I assume that there is something akin to a curfew, and people are probably also trying to get out of here, much like the note we found in the store.
Yeah, well, I wonder how old the note was, because like these people can't fucking speak.
Hmm.
Nor can they write, I guess, because we tried to communicate with the merchant, but it didn't really go well. Oh well, it
That's
went as well as it could be.
But yeah, nonetheless, next week we shall see what has become of our dragon friend, and then it's time for.
It's gonna be beautiful. I already know it.
Yeah, I imagine
So gorgeous. Show stopping.
One of the most
Show-stopping.
elegant
Dead
looking
gorgeous.
dragon I've ever seen in my life.
Blue eyes white dragon.
Don't
Find out next week though, and not this week.
Exactly.
say these things. Don't say these things.
Thank you
If
very-
it's blue eyes white dragon, I'll love it.
Is it White Eyes Blue Dragon?
Ooh.
Maybe.
Ooh.
Thank you very much for hosting, Amber. That was a good session. It was lovely.
Great
Thank
session,
you very
Amber.
much for being.
It
Uh,
was.
Remember?
Yeah.
And yes,
Thank you very much for being here.
yeah, exactly. Thank you, us players, for being here, and thank you, people, for watching. We'll see you guys next week. Have a good one.